Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Fantasy Football, and welcome to my video for the double game week 32. On my previous video I said I was going to create a video in the weekend, and here it is. Now I just want to talk about a few things. Number one is my latest team for this double game week 32. Then I want to talk about what would I do, or what players would I bring in if I didn't have the free hit or the wild card, or if I wasn't using any of the chips for this double game week 32. So first up, this is my second draft team for that double game week 32. As you all know, I got all of my chips, and as you can see, I have activated my free hit chip for this double game week 32. Now this is my team so far. Now what I'm going to do, just talk about a few changes that I did on my previous video. Over here, I had Harry Kane. I heard your feedback. I even created a poll on my Twitter. It's got like 500 votes, and probably around 75% of them said, no, I would not bring Harry Kane into my team if I was free hitting. I can definitely understand your point. And I thought, you know what? Let me remove Harry Kane and let me spread the funds elsewhere and see what kind of team that I can come up with. So I removed Harry Kane for Rashford. Now I know Rashford's got this yellow flag. We will know if it's fit and ready in the next game for England. So still need to wait. This is the international break. Anything can happen. Still early days, of course. So with all these informations that we get, like with these videos and Twitter and stuff like that, it will help us and prepare for this double game week. Now, I've removed Kane, got Rashford, and I upgraded Deulofeu for Ali. Ali, against Liverpool, is going to be difficult, but at home against Crystal Palace in that new stadium, could do well. But the question is, this is the question. Do I really need a Spurs player? Or should I just risk it and just go for it? Remove him and just get another Manchester City player like David Silva. This will mean that I need to change my backline here, especially these three here. But do you think that is a better option? To remove like Spurs players and just go for that free Manchester City attackers? It's a bit of a risk. What about if they don't return? But against Fulham away and Cardiff at home, especially David Silva and Sergio Aguero resting, that might be a great option. Now, as for this defense here, I will definitely need to change him up a little bit. A lot of people are thinking about Chris Smalling. He's a little bit expensive though, but I think with the money that I have, I can definitely add him instead of Azpilicueta. Something like this. The defense I haven't really thought of yet. I'm definitely going to be changing around, but this looks really good. So you let me know in the comments below what you're going to be doing. You let me know, do you think I should just go for that free Manchester City attack? And if yes or if no, let me know. And what kind of backline should I go for? I think this gives me a little bit of a balance as well. And yeah, let me know in the comments below. That's what we're here for. And that's about it for that. So let's talk about which players would I bring into my team if I wasn't using my wild card or my free hit chip or any of the chips for this game week. The first thing is, I'm going to say, is a little bit difficult to kind of pinpoint everyone's issue for this game week, because, you know, everyone's got different kind of plans, different teams. So I want to just talk about what I would have done and what kind of players that I might have thought of to bring into my team. Okay, so the number one thing is you should have prepared for this double game week. As you all know, I prepared for this blank game week, and what I did was in game week 30 29, 28. I was bringing players in for this blank game week so I can be prepared for this game week. Now, if I was planning for this, then, you know, I will have a decent amount of double game week players, such as, you know, me holding on to Manchester City players, Manchester United, Wolves, or these kind of players I wouldn't get rid. Then I would have had a decent amount of players for game week 32. So that would have been my plan, and I would have actually did okay. Let's just say that you woke up one day, you just woke up randomly and was like, oh, I didn't plan anything. And the double game week is here. What would I do? What kind of transfers would I bring? Well, the number one choice is, do you have a Manchester City cover? Because I think it's kind of essential to bring in players like Sterling or Sergio Aguero. A lot of FPL managers are thinking to captain these players. Most of FPL managers are thinking to bring in 3 Manchester City players. I think that is going to be the highest priority. Now, as for hits, -4, it's nothing. -8, nah, it's fine. -12, I might even do that to actually get in these players because they got a chance to play twice. That means more chances for these players to get a lot of returns. Then you're going to be thinking about Chelsea. Then you're going to be thinking about Manchester United players. There's a lot of players that I can go through because, you know, they got a good amount of fixtures here. But then the problem occurs is when you're transferring these players, you know, it will depend on your chips. If you don't have chips here, then you're going to be thinking, uh-oh, game week 33 is a blank game week. You know, I don't want to remove Liverpool players. So if you still have your Liverpool players, I would definitely keep them. As you can see, Chelsea here is got games. So I guess bringing in more Chelsea players. I know they are not on form, but I still feel like they can still do well. So maybe bringing like Hazard into your team is probably a good idea because it is going to help you for this blank game week as well. And yeah, it's very difficult, but those are some of the players, those are some of the teams that you got to kind of start bringing into your team to have some kind of cover. Now, if you have like single, let's just say you got Mane, you got Salah, you know, you got these Liverpool players, you got some Arsenal players, you know, you got players like Aubameyang. I would definitely keep. If they got good fixture for this game week, let's have a quick look. Like these single fixtures here. Arsenal against Newcastle. I feel like in this game, Arsenal's going to score a lot of goals, especially on a Monday. And, you know, Aubameyang or Lacazette is going to get a lot of points. So if you do have these players, I wouldn't get rid just for a player that is playing in a double game week, unless it's Sergio, unless he's a Manchester City player or Chelsea player like a Hazard that might get more points than usual. Of course, this Liverpool against Spurs is definitely going to be a difficult one to predict. And it's really your decision of, should I bring players from Wolves, Watford or Brighton? Manchester City is there as well, but they got a decent amount of players to kind of rotate around. But these teams here, they got to be, you know, this is a dream. This FA Cup is a dream game, okay? So in my mind, there has to be some rotation. You don't want your best players to be injured. So those are the gambles, or those are the decisions that you need to make. And yeah, what I will do, if I bring any players, I need to look at the future. So if I can't deal with anything in this game 33, then I will bring more Chelsea players, maybe even an Arsenal player as well against Everton. You know, as you can see, this Newcastle game is actually a really good fixture for them. Stuff like that. You need to see what you can do for the next couple of game weeks as well. Don't worry about trying your best to get 11 double game week players. If you haven't planned for it, it's very difficult to do that anyway without taking additional hits. Okay, so don't worry too much. If you got a decent amount of double game weeks, let's just say you got 5. I think that's a decent amount anyway, because those single playing game week players can still do well. Okay. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. I hope you guys enjoy that. I will definitely create another video very soon. I think the next video will be my preview video for Gameweek 32. That will kind of nail my team setup. And yeah, that is about it. I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you did, come give this video a like because it helps a lot. Subscribe as well. Comment down below what kind of players that you're thinking about. Oh, I forgot. The international break. Just a quick thing. A lot of FPL managers are looking at this international break. They're looking at who's getting injured, who's scoring a lot of goals, who is assisting, who is playing, like, how many minutes are these guys playing. It's kind of essential to be up to date with all of these players. Like, England played yesterday. They won 5-0. Sterling scored a hat-trick. Kane scored one as well. And Eric Dyer got himself injured. So things like this is essential, because if an important player like Eric Dyer is injured for Spurs, then that might be an issue for that whole team. Things like that need to be up to date. So let all these international games kind of finish. Then I'll post another video, like a little update on what's been going on. Okay? Anyways, guys, that's it for me. And I'll see you guys next time. See ya.